Welcome to Celebrating Community Champions. Here is your host, Mary Carrillo.
Hello everyone, good to be with you all again. We're here to celebrate community champions. We have a packed program for you and lots of special appearances you won't want to miss. So let's get started. Please welcome Chairman and USTA President, Patrick Galbraith.
Hi everyone, Patrick Galbraith here. I've got to say that one of the most enjoyable and rewarding parts of my years of experience with the USTA is the opportunity to be a part of our annual awards. These awards offer all of us an opportunity to celebrate the very best of our sport and to recognize those individuals and groups whose unparalleled passion and dedication help keep tennis growing strong. Tennis, as we all know, is a sport that grows upward from its grassroots, and the people we honor with these awards are the caretakers of those roots. They are tennis's true heroes, sharing our great sport with their respective communities so that more people can experience the many benefits of the sport we all love. I'm always amazed by the talents and dedication of those we recognize with these awards. I'm equally impressed by their passion and dedication to helping the USTA pursue its mission. And I can say without hesitation that the USTA is most fortunate to have them all as part of its family. Congratulations to all the 2020 USTA Award winners. Now I'd like to introduce Committee Chair Eleonora Moritzen to get us started.
Thank you, Patrick. On behalf of the Awards Committee, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 2020 celebration of Community Champions. In such an unprecedented year, now more than ever, we are proud to honor those who share their passion for the game to help grow our beloved sport. Many months have passed since the recipients were originally named, but we are grateful that we can finally present these awards to an incredible group of recipients. Thank you to the volunteers and staff of the committees who make these selections every year. To kick off the program, I am honored to introduce the CEO of the International Tennis Hall of Fame, Todd Martin.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Eleonora, and to the USTA for allowing us to share in this very special celebration. At the International Tennis Hall of Fame, we are committed to highlighting all that is great about the sport. Preserving and celebrating tennis history allows us all to reflect on the impact of tennis. Today, it's my privilege to recognize three individuals who have demonstrated an outstanding and selfless commitment to fostering participation and growth in the sport. The Tennis Educational Merit Award is presented annually by the Hall of Fame to a man and a woman who have made notable contributions at the national level and have demonstrated leadership and creative skills in such areas as instruction, writing, organization, and promotion of tennis. First, it's my pleasure to present this honor to a collegiate coaching legend and relentless champion for our sport. Let's take a look at the inspiring career of Coach Dave Fish.
Dave Fish is a coaching legend. For 42 years, he made his mark as coach of the Harvard men's tennis team, directing his squad to 21 Ivy League titles while amassing 702 career wins. 4 times he was named ITA Regional Coach of the Year. All of that on-court success was amplified by his dedication to be not just a coach, but also a mentor to his charges, always stressing the importance of education and learning above all else. In 2018, Dave retired as a collegiate coach, but he's never retired from his tireless efforts towards making the sport he loves easier, more fun, and more accessible to all, committing himself to enhancing the tennis landscape for everyone. He has been a frequent educational presenter at ITA conventions, high school association conventions, and seminars, and helped develop the Universal Tennis Rating System. The legendary coach is likewise legendary for his unparalleled passion and commitment to the sport of tennis. Dave has made the sport his life's work, and in turn, has enhanced the lives of thousands. The sport of tennis is better for having had his leadership. Dave Fish is an inspiration to many and is highly deserving of the International Tennis Hall of Fame's Tennis Educational Merit Award.
Dave, you've taught, coached, and led our sport in many different ways. First of all, thank you, but also I'm curious, how have you managed to keep the passion to give all these years?
The more curious we are about the game, the more curious our players will be about the game. And they see us open to continue to be lifelong learners. That instills in them a passion for what it's like. And so I think that's part of what makes it fun. And it just keeps it much more interesting.
Who stimulated that curiosity in you? Who inspired your lifelong service to the sport?
Yeah, gosh, well, it's so nice to be able to acknowledge those people, because without the USTA volunteers and people that were in my life early, I would never have pursued a career in tennis. I went to USTA clinics at high schools in the evenings when I was 15 to help clinics. And so I became immersed in this understanding of what it means to volunteer, to give back to something.
Dave, on behalf of the International Tennis Hall of Fame, it's my pleasure to recognize all you have done to inspire and educate generations of players. Congratulations.
All these great people in the USTA and outside have been inspirational to me, and I hope I've helped them.
Next, I'd like to recognize the women's recipient of the Tennis Educational Merit Award. She's coached, in fact, me at one point in time, mentored, led, and inspired at all levels of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Raleigh.
For more than 50 years, Lynn Raleigh has personified the very best of tennis. Her unparalleled passion for the sport matched only by her dedication to sharing it with others. As a teacher, coach, and mentor, she has impacted the sport at every level, from its grassroots to its greatest stages. Lynn's agility enabled her to shine in each of the roles in her brilliant career. A former standout junior and professional player, she has worked as a club pro and college coach, and was the USTA's Director of Women's Tennis for nearly 2 decades. She also has coached the U.S. Fed Cup, Pan American, and U.S. national teams, as well as several top juniors and women's professionals, including myself, Jennifer Capriati, Chanda Rubin, and Venus and Serena Williams. Lynn's insights have long helped others to hone their own coaching skills and energize their approach to teaching. She is a world-renowned and respected speaker and author and member of the ITF's International Coaches Commission, which is dedicated to coaching education throughout the world. Her honors and accolades are as numerous as the lives she has touched. We are pleased and proud to add the International Tennis Hall of Fame's Tennis Educational Merit Award to Lynn Raleigh's remarkable resume.
Lynn, on behalf of the International Tennis Hall of Fame, a huge thank you and congratulations in recognition of all that you have done to motivate and educate generations of players. Lynn, your passion for the sport is apparent in everything you do forever. Leading a tennis club, coaching a Grand Slam champion, not to mention participating in so many other levels of our sport.
I am just so proud that I've had all these opportunities, but also so proud that I've been able to coach and share my knowledge and continue to grow and help others, such as Mike Bauer, Todd Martin, Lindsay Davenport, Chanda Rubin. These are great players, but also great people. And you can see how they've moved on to these wonderful careers. And so to be part of that and to contribute to that is just the most rewarding part of life.
Well, Lynn, you're a wonderful tennis coach, a better person, and have done a wonderful service for our sport. So thank you for everything. Congratulations again, and I can't wait to be able to congratulate you in person down the road.
Oh, Todd, I am so thrilled that you have acknowledged me with this honor. And I want to thank the committee, of course, that hashed through all this. And it will be a big, big day in my life. Thank you.
The Samuel Hardy Award is given in memory of a highly engaged and dedicated USTA volunteer. Sam was a promoter for Spalding Rackets and spent much of his time as a USTA volunteer, actively serving on national committees for well over 2 decades. This award was established when Sam passed away in 1953, and it has been given every year since by the International Tennis Hall of Fame to a USTA volunteer who exemplifies Sam's devotion to tennis and who has been an inspiration to others. Devotion is a great way to describe today's honoree. She has devoted her life to making the sport better, and by relentlessly striving for more people of all walks of life to experience joy through tennis. The 2019 Samuel Hardy recipient is USTA past president and chairperson, Katrina Adams.
Katrina Adams is a trailblazer. From an early age, she has stood out, even in those places where she stood alone. A child of inner city Chicago, she used tennis as a vehicle to drive herself away from the roadblocks of the inner city toward a lifetime equally rich in achievement and altruism. An All-American at Northwestern University, Katrina was the first African-American NCAA doubles champion before establishing a stellar resume as one of the professional game's top doubles talents. On the pro tour, she was likewise one of the few black players, helping to pave the way for the wave of African-American talents who would follow. After her professional career, Katrina made her mark as a coach, commentator, mentor, and administrator, becoming the first African-American, first former professional athlete, and youngest ever president of the United States Tennis Association. Through every phase of her remarkable career, Katrina always has understood that the true definition of a champion is not simply to achieve greatness for yourself, but to use your platform to assist others in achieving their own measure of greatness. As is the case with all true trailblazers, she has worked tirelessly to ensure that the doors she opened remained open for those who followed. As USTA president, Katrina led the association's efforts to bring tennis into minority communities. She redoubled the USTA's efforts at diversity and inclusion. She took seriously the charge of making the face of the sport most closely resemble the face of America, and she made an impact in doing just that. Katrina has personally touched the lives of many, and her work has enhanced the lives of many more. As executive director of her beloved Harlem Junior Tennis and Education Program, she has provided help and hope to thousands of inner city kids not unlike herself, who also seek a vehicle to drive them closer to their dreams and goals. In my dear friend Katrina, there is greatness, and there is goodness, and there is no finer combination of ingredients in the human spirit. For all of those reasons and so many more, we applaud the 2020 recipient of the Samuel Hardy Award, Katrina Adams.
Katrina, congratulations. You've accomplished so much on the court, yet you have dedicated decades of your life to serving the sport, with seemingly still a ton of fuel left in the tank. What has volunteering for the USTA meant to you?
Todd, first of all, thank you. And I'm really honored to receive such a prestigious award in the name of Sam Hardy. You know, volunteering for me is really about making a difference, giving back, and bringing others forward and providing them an opportunity to be the best that they can be. And this organization, the USTA, has provided me that platform to do just that. And to be able to work with so many wonderful volunteers throughout my years of service thus far and in years to come. I'm just delighted to be really in the presence of so many people that have given back, and hopefully I can continue to give my all going forward.
Kat, you've come across a number of volunteers that you just referenced. Can you just point out maybe a few that really inspired you along this path?
You know, there's so many, but there's really one that stands out that really pulled me into this volunteer platform, and that's past President Alan Schwartz. Alan invited me to be on the grievance committee a few years after I had retired from being on the tour, and I had been a national coach for the USTA. Was no longer doing that, and he recognized the service that I had given to the WTA Players Association as well as the WTA Tour, knowing that I wanted to make a difference and give back. And so being brought in to be on that committee was really the stepping stone for me to really truly understand who the USTA was, what it stood for, and really what the mission was and how it gave back. And that is ingrained in me. It's been ingrained in me by my parents, watching them volunteer for so many organizations throughout their life. And so once being on that committee, I then applied for the USTA board, served 16 years on that board, including CEO for 2 years, chairman and president for 4. And, I couldn't be more honored to be recognized for this award that has so many wonderful names on it, including many of our past presidents.
Thank you for all your dedication to the sport. Thank you for the leadership that you've shown these many years, and continued wishes of great success and a lot of friendship. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Todd. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. It's my pleasure now to hand the rest of the show back over to my good friend, Mary Carrillo.
Thank you, Todd. And now for some more celebrating. The USTA is enormously proud of the volunteers who dedicate their time and energy to growing the sport of tennis. As the game's greatest ambassadors, we'd like to honor those volunteers reaching milestone years of service this year. Let's take a look. Congratulations, everyone. That's an impressive group of dedicated volunteers. You may have recognized Steve Gertis of Omaha, Nebraska, celebrating a whopping 40 years of service to the USTA. That deserves special attention. All of you know him as the editor of the tennis rulebook, Friend at Court. Steve has also served as an official since 1966. Hi, Steve, and congratulations. How have you managed to stay engaged for such a long time?
Well, not being engaged was never an option. I was taught that service is the rent we pay for our spot on this planet. I also owe tennis so much because it has always given my family and me many things. For example, thousands of hours on the court with my father and 3 children, the opportunity for me and my children to attend outstanding universities, a network of tennis playing friends around the globe, and the chance to hone my craft as a lawyer, as my first major case was an antitrust suit against the United States Tennis Association over the spaghetti tennis racket. Since I knew the subject so well, I was able to spend time polishing techniques to effectively present the USTA's case. And finally, of course, a healthy, energetic sport that allowed me to let go of stress. So of course I needed to pay my rent to the universe and to pay off my debt to tennis. I did so by finding a place where the USTA needed my background and skills. editing skills learned from my father, drafting legislation from my legal background, understanding the game from playing and officiating at all levels. The result was the opportunity to serve tennis by drafting regulations and editing the friend at court. But the real key to my longevity, no USTA president got around to firing me, perhaps because there weren't many others lined up to take on these tasks I so much enjoy.
Now let us dig a little deeper and celebrate two individuals for the Volunteer Exceptional Service Award. The first category is to honor what we like to call a newbie. Christine Costamagna of USTA Northern California has served with distinction for under 10 years of service. Within the adult competition space, she is among the most respected. And one of her colleagues said this: Chrissy's love of the game is perhaps no more evident than her commitment to sharing the sport with the Special Olympics athletes and others in her community with special needs. Hi, Christine. Congratulations. As a newer volunteer, what drew you to the USTA?
It was a lot of other people that got me to this point. I had a lot of great mentors and friends that had done a lot of volunteering, and they encouraged me to get involved. And without their support and without their help, I wouldn't have gotten to where I've gotten today.
Well done, newbie. Next up is our seasoned veteran category. Joyce Dreslin of USTA Texas has served with distinction and longevity for just over 30 years with the USTA. A former professional editor at McGraw-Hill and one who prefers to remain behind the scenes, Joyce has impacted the game on many levels, from the grandest stage of the US Open as a volunteer to a dedicated advocate for adaptive tennis. Hi, Joyce, congratulations. What has been your inspiration over all these years?
Well, one of my greatest inspirations was Dennis Vandermeer. He brought his wife, Pat, to the USTA meetings twice a year after she had had a stroke. And he told me that he was rehabbing her via tennis. And the reason he was doing that was that tennis, you're required to use both sides of your brain. And I saw them twice a year so I could see the great strides she was making in her rehabbing. And another thing I noticed was that Dennis was a kinder and more gentle person as a result of this experience. It looked like a win-win to me and a good reason to get involved with adaptive tennis.
Well done, Joyce. Congratulations. Our next award is very near and dear to my heart. The Eve Craft Community Service Award was named in honor of a true visionary and maven. Eve believed tennis was, yes, a great activity for an individual player, and what's more, it could bring together entire communities. Through organizing, coaching, and educating, she delivered the many benefits of this wonderful game to generations. Eve believed the game could transcend sport and change lives. Decades later, her legacy continues. Tim Blankiron of Las Vegas, Nevada, is this year's deserving recipient. Most of us equate Las Vegas with neon lights, dinging slot machines, and pure escapism. Against this backdrop, watch carefully for the posters that surround his courts that read, "No excuses," "Grind before shine," and the very un-Vegas, "Delayed gratification is the most valuable commodity of all." With the same drive and passion as Eve Craft, he started the first NJTL Excellence Team, a program that supports student athletes with the greatest desire, athletic potential, and financial need. Let's take a look.
Tim has been coaching tennis for well over 25 years here in Las Vegas, and it's mind-boggling to think of how many lives he's actually affected on the court.
I was lucky enough to get offered a scholarship by UNLV and came and played 4 years under Larry Easley, winning a national championship in doubles in 1997.
He ended up being the coach over at the Andre Agassi Boys and Girls Club. And he was coming to a program that was basically, African-American, Hispanic.
He was on the road with them, playing maybe 20, 25 tournaments a year, training with them 6 days a week, and giving them all the tools and resources that they needed to be successful.
100% of the children that he's worked with have earned college scholarships for academics and athletics to the best schools in the world.
So Tim, as a co-creator of the original Excellence Team, and now the model that's in 16 cities around the United States, has grown the sport of tennis and has really added a high-performance element to the sport.
So the USTA Nevada board at the time came and checked out my program at Team Agassi. You know, they'd heard that we'd had a lot of nationally ranked players on 2 courts in the inner city.
Better. Also, don't come across, right? Through to your target.
He's been my coach for so long, and I honestly can't see myself not being coached by him.
The USTA saw the success of what the Team Agassi program was achieving.
They decided to replicate it in cities throughout the country. And so that's how the excellence teams kind of began.
That was always a dream of his, to take what he was doing in the inner city with the NJTLs and to spread it.
Tim took over the No Quit Academy.
The mission at the No Quit Tennis Academy is to kind of help kids with their lives using tennis as the vehicle.
He has upwards of 200 students that are coming out regularly, anywhere from 3 to 6 days a week for training.
Having him as a friend, a role model, and also a mentor, he's really made a really large positive impact on my life.
Everybody deserves an opportunity if you know, they're passionate about the game and they want to work hard. So we kind of open our doors to really anybody.
He's mentored them. He's helped them find physical, emotional, and mental well-being.
The World Team Tennis situation was a great honor for me because I've been in Las Vegas for 26 years now, and to represent the city on the pro level was like a dream come true.
So Tim hosts free community clinics every Sunday here at Lorenzi for everyone in the community ages 3 to 20. And he volunteers his time.
And also we did some wheelchair tennis here, which was a lot of fun, and we also do AC Autism as well.
Money is not his currency, and I've never seen Tim turn down a family or a student or a child because they couldn't afford a lesson or a clinic or the academy with him.
He doesn't get paid a cent, and he does that because he deeply cares about investing in human life.
It's definitely a marriage between my passion for the sport and helping kids, you know, with their lives.
And here to present the award are the dynamic duo, the winningest doubles team ever, Mike and Bob Bryan. Just want to congratulate you both on your incredible careers. We will miss your infamous chest bumps. Good luck in your next chapters, guys.
Well, thanks, Mary. Great to be here. And we just want to be here for our buddy Tim. Congrats, Tim. We go way back with you. You won the NCAA title when we were just freshmen at Stanford. So you're a tremendous player, even better coach. And we just want to thank you for all you've done for players at every level. And we're in awe of the enthusiasm and energy that you bring day in and day out to help so many people. How do you do that? Well, give us some tips.
You know what, I think at the end of the day, it comes from working with young people for such a long time because basically they feed off your energy, right? So it didn't take very long for me. I mean, I'm very passionate about the game in the first place, so that's probably where it started. But after a while, I noticed that the kids really fed off that energy. And it's one thing I try and educate all coaches is, you know what, you set the bar with the energy and they're going to raise to it. So I think that's where it started, and it just became a habit after a while.
Yeah, we were lucky to play the last 2 years for the Rollers with your guidance. We loved having you as our coach. We had our ups, we've had our downs, but every day you were so positive. You're always on time. You're always ready to work hard. And we've been keeping an eye on everything you've been doing in Vegas with the Team Bryan kids, with the No Quit Academy, with all your programs, and you're making a huge impact. So thank you for that. What's this award mean to you?
The friends and the people that I met throughout the years is what's made that an incredible experience. And really what, at the end of the day, is what makes your life. So that's been the big award that I've received at all times. And to actually receive an award from the USTA for doing that is phenomenal. And to receive the award from you guys, I mean, I can't thank you enough.
Well, we'll have a coffee one of these days and we'll have a good chat. But huge congrats to you, Tim. You're very deserving of this award. And we'll hook up soon. Go Rollers.
Yeah, thanks, boys. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for your friendship, Tim. We'll see you in Vegas soon. We'll work.
See you soon, guys.
All right. All the best.
Thanks, fellas, and all the best to you, Tim. The USTA Member Organization of the Year Award recognizes an organization's service to the tennis community, its members, and the sport of tennis. The City of Palm Beach Gardens Tennis and Pickleball Center is open to all as a public facility, and it's growing fast. Make no mistake, this place is a hub, a real center for the residents of Palm Beach Gardens. Everyone is welcome, all ages, all abilities, and don't forget to bring a friend. Let's take a look.
The Palm Beach Gardens Tennis Center, it's
the nicest tennis facility in the whole state of Florida.
We're a public facility. I would tell you we rival any private facility in how we keep up our courts and our level of play and commitment to the sport.
I think this is probably the most outstanding public facility in the entire United States. It is beautifully maintained. The people are responsive to our needs.
We have a little over 600 members. We get all ranges, ages, abilities.
This is the best facility I've ever played at. Courts are fantastic, well maintained.
We have 18 hard true courts. We have 4 hard courts. All 4 hard courts, we hold our kids' classes out there. They're also lined for the 10 and under courts.
The lure of our place is how busy we are. You can play tennis morning, noon, and night.
We have 14 USPTA pros, and I'm currently looking for more, if you can believe it.
It's so affordable, but they also have so many programs that get people started in the game.
We have our ladies team tennis, we have our men's leagues, we have programs for the children.
And then we try to have a variety of activities that accommodate people of various skill levels.
You can take a fitness class called Hitting Frenzy. You can participate in a one-off weekend tennis tournament. You can show up for a potluck social.
We have a monthly junior rec tournament. We have a monthly adult tournament. We have 9 sanctioned USTA tournaments through the year for the kids and adults.
Everyone here embraces anyone who wants to try to play the game.
The facility is wheelchair accessible, which makes it very accommodating for the players, and they welcome the opportunity to come here.
That sense of community, that sense of inclusiveness is what makes it special.
We are in the process of getting a brand new clubhouse. We're very excited. 10,000 square feet. Pro shop, restaurant, bar, cafe.
And it's going to have a viewing area up at the top where you can view all the courts and see all the action what's going on.
We'll be building 2 new courts right here. We're going to be adding the pickleball component. And we have money to add additional hard courts.
We have such a vast pool of people to come, and for us just to grab them and get them involved and then give them like a pathway to playing.
This is not your normal public facility. I'll just say that. They can compete with the private clubs. It's no surprise to me that this is the member organization of the year.
You want to be here. You feel the vibe, you feel the energy, and it doesn't matter that if you're on 2 feet or 2 wheels. Come play with us.
And here to present is former top 4 player, 3-time Grand Slam mixed doubles champion, and women's Olympic doubles gold medalist and singles bronze medalist, Zena Garrison.
Hi, thanks, Mary, and what an honor to be here to present the USTA Member Organization of the Year Award. Connecting with the community is so important, now more than ever. And the fact that Palm Beach Gardens is a public facility and is available to everyone that wants to participate is even more incredible. Hi, Wendy. Congratulations. You and your team are doing an amazing job bringing the sports to those in your area. After such a tough year, how are you doing it?
Well, Zena, I'm telling you, I think at being such a tough year, we are that staple of smile and safe. You walk through the door and nothing has changed. Anytime anybody walks through the door, our theme is we are family, and it starts with love. So we are bringing people in that played there for years, and we're getting players that haven't played ever, because it seems like it's the sport to do right now. And we offer that sense of security and that sense of, let me try it. If I've never played, you help. So we've got all the spectrums going from, people that have never played before to our regulars coming back going, you guys are here.
Well, what makes Palm Beach Gardens so special? And then I also heard in the intro that you're looking for people. I'm looking for a job.
Come on. Hey, you're in. We'll take you. Yes, that would be awesome. What makes it so special, I believe, is what you saw in that video. It's my staff. It's the staff. When you walk in the door, you feel it. It's the vibe.
I just want to know what makes this award special to you, because I know the work and hard work that you have to put into. So how does it make it special for you?
For me personally, it's just the recognition of that we're doing it right, that we keep moving forward in what we're doing. And by adding the inclusion, and the adaptive programs, which have been on my radar forever, that those are growing like crazy as well. So, and then getting the new clubhouse that they just built for us here says, we're in the right direction. The city is supporting us 100% in what we do. USTA is backing us always 100%. So that's what keeps us, and that's what we're most proud of, is what we're doing.
Well, congratulations again. I have to get over there and see the facility, but all the best to everyone in Palm Beach Gardens. You guys have done a wonderful job.
Thank you so much. And we really are very proud of this award, and we thank you for granting it to us and the USTA for acknowledging what we do here. We will continue to do it. We're not stopping.
Great stuff. Thanks, Wendy, and congratulations again to Palm Beach Gardens. Next up is the Senior Service Award. The USTA is proud to honor an individual who has contributed to the vitality of senior tennis in play or organizational work. Jeff Gray of Mobile, Alabama, simply put, is a nice guy who loves tennis. So nice, in fact, that he will advocate for anyone who wants to play, no matter how old or young. And so deep is his love of tennis, he presents it as a gift that keeps on giving for a lifetime. Let's take a look.
Jeff Grace is one of the neatest people that I've ever met in my life. He's such a sincere human being.
He's dealt with tournaments. He's been on our board as president. He is chairman of our Hall of Fame committee. He's been on junior rankings committees.
It was all fun. So it never occurred to me about giving back. It occurred to me that it was part of what we do.
Jeff worked at the Mobile Country Club for many, many years. He is beloved by everyone that he taught.
There was just as much joy out of that as there was playing tennis.
They stayed with him for years and years and years.
Helping people with their recreation was an honorable thing to do.
For 10 years plus, he was the captain of the Alabama Senior Cup team.
Each state sends a team in the ages of 35s, 45s, 55s, 65s, and 75s, men and ladies.
During his term of running Senior Cup for the section, Jeff was approached by a group of senior ladies to add a 90s division, which was just great news that Jeff fully supported.
There were a group of ladies who were turning 90, and they wrote us a letter and asked if we would consider having national tournaments at 90. And I made the motion. I thought someday I'm going to be 90.
And he's still very good on the court. He's helping other seniors as well get involved, encouraging them that it's a good, healthy sport for them.
Of all the events that I played in, playing in Senior Cup was perhaps the most notable thing I've done.
It's been an inspiration to people like me to continue playing. I continue to play and Jeff continues to play. We're both beating up people on the courts.
He was a great player. He still is a great player. He's just a fun man to be on the side of the court with.
Well, I think he's a great example of someone who can play forever.
I know him as one of the most genuine human beings that you would ever want to know and be your friend. And to have that kind of person fall in love with tennis, he puts magic in the game.
So playing tennis is just in your blood at this point, and you don't consider it to be anything but a joy.
Here to present the award is four-time Grand Slam champion Jim Courier. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
Thanks, Mary, and congratulations, Jeff. I'm so pleased to get a chance to visit with you, talk about our shared passion for tennis, and first of all, say congratulations. It's good to see you. What was the one shot that I would have tried to stay away from in your game? What was your best shot?
I don't think I have a shot that would bother you at all.
It's a big deal to receive this Senior Service Award. So what does it mean to you?
Well, it puts me in a group of people, both from the state of Alabama and from USTA Southern, that are tremendous volunteers. And I'm grateful to the executive director of USTA Alabama, Jerry Burns, for nominating me. And I'm grateful to the board of directors for Southern for supporting that. But to be included in a group with Mary Hatfield, Jamie Kaplan, Mildred Southern, Lloyd Dillon, and from Alabama, James Lewis, and local teaching pro here in Mobile, James Richardson, and perhaps our secret weapon in the South, Rex Maynard, is pretty nice to be included with that group. So I'm just grateful. I am.
Well, Jeff, we're grateful to you as someone from the tennis community and with the USTA. Thank you so much for all that you continue to do and all that you've done. And you be well and keep up the great work.
What an honor. Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Atlanta native Janet Lauer promoted tennis as a team sport. The game provides junior players with physical activity, along with values such as sportsmanship, respect for others, and teamwork. In her honor, we present the Junior Team Tennis Organizer of the Year as our next award. Sadie Reiners of USTA Northern has taken JTT in her area to new heights. A small program to start, it has grown over time once word got out how much fun it was. So fun, in fact, that it attracted hockey players, football players, baseball players, you name it. If you are a junior athlete in Hastings, Minnesota, you're playing JTT. Like Janet, Sadie recognized that word of mouth, friend to friend, could be a successful recruitment strategy. Keep it fun, and young players can fall in love with the game forever. Let's take a look.
Sadie's programming and the kids that participate in her program are the true essence of what junior team tennis is all about.
So with junior team tennis, it's an opportunity for the kids to actually play matches with opponents, and it's participation from the players, from the coaches, from the parents, and it just gives them this really fun activity.
That's really what I look forward to, playing with a different team, mixing co-ed, like playing with girls you know, playing with guys you know.
So we started in 2007 with 10 kids, and now it's the 2019 season just completed, and we had about 100 kids.
When she started, it was a grassroots program. She was hoping to have maybe 7 or 8 kids, and that's grown all the way now to she's putting 4 or 5 teams together at all different age levels.
So we started a U12 program, and I can remember one of the kids coming off at the court saying, "I never knew this existed for tennis." So from there, we grew to about 6 U18 teams, 3 U14 teams, and a couple U12 teams.
Sadie's been great about growing JTT in our community, to go out to the high schools, to go to the middle schools, to even go through to the grade schools to find the potential tennis players and just introduce them to the game of tennis.
She has a knack to tap into that community to get some very motivated teenagers to get out on the court and compete.
Because of the JTT program, our kids are coming in more polished, more ready to go, more competitive. Can't say enough about what Sadie did.
Sadie has helped us a lot in being good sports on the court, no matter how the match is going. She taught us a lot of good things, and like losing with grace, and then also helping us see success when we got there with a lot of hard work.
Sadie really encouraged me to be like the sportsman who I am today, and I've learned a lot from her on and off the court.
Sadie does a great job of drawing athletes that participate in other sports and get them fired up about tennis.
They can play more than ice hockey. They can play more than basketball.
And now Hastings Tennis Association is one of the strongest CTAs in our section. Also is becoming an NJTL chapter and has started an after-school program and a summer camp.
The JTT community here in Hastings is a family. And we play hard and we play the right way.
She's a person that gives so much of herself to provide opportunity for others, and that's just really special.
And who better to present this award than 2-time Olympic gold medalist Mary Jo Fernandez.
Thanks, Mary. Hello, USTA. I love junior team tennis, and the key to engaging young people is fun with friends. I'm honored to present the Janet Lauer Junior Team Tennis Award to Sadie Reiners of USTA Northern. Hi, Sadie. Tell us your secret for getting teenagers to shovel the snow off the courts before they play.
The kids want to get out. They don't have, as mentioned, they're all multi-sport athletes. So if they're going to ever get out on the court, they have to do it in Hastings. And so we keep 2 courts shoveled all throughout the winter.
What does this award mean to you and to all the young people you impact through the game of tennis?
It's supposed to be an individual award, but with Hastings, it's all about community. So it's like I'm accepting this award on behalf of the Hastings tennis community, on behalf of the players, the coaches, and their families.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Sadie.
Thank you.
Our next award is the Brad Parks Award. The USTA is proud to honor an individual or a group for outstanding contributions to wheelchair tennis in play, coaching, organization, sponsorship, or promotion. Nearly 45 years ago, after a life-changing accident, Brad Parks saw himself at a crossroads. Give in to his injury or turn adversity into triumph. Fortified by the belief that an athlete lives in everyone, the sport of wheelchair tennis was born. In his or her own unique way, each recipient is a guardian of Brad's legacy. And Michael Cottingham is now in a league of extraordinary men and women. He was the first wheelchair tennis full scholarship at the University of Arizona. After receiving a doctorate in sports management and human performance from University of Southern Mississippi, Michael settled in Houston and created a unique community that brought together his university students and adaptive athletes through tennis. In a moment, you will see people from all walks of life feel and be a part of a life-changing experience, all at the hands of the good doctor. Let's take a look.
I got shot June the 14th, 2005. It was real rough in the beginning because I walked for, 20-something years. And then I picked up this tennis racket and everybody's looking at me like, this guy's played tennis before. And I'm like, I've never touched a tennis racket. That feels good.
Since we started this program in 2015, we've had over 50 athletes with disabilities come through our Adaptive Athletics wheelchair tennis program. Many of those have advanced their education and just significantly improved the quality of their life.
When Dr. Cottingham first started this, his big belief is if you can get athletes having an education and also being involved in a sport, they're going to do so much better in life.
Anyone can participate with Adaptive Athletics wheelchair tennis. There are no requirements other than just coming. If you want to travel with our team to compete under our banner, then you have to work on some form of education. So if you're at the community college, if you're in trade school, if you're getting a GED.
Dr. Cottingham, he really has the knowledge to really tell us how to play and how to get better. And he really takes a personal interest in each and every one of us.
He takes you in and mentors you and he pushes you, to better yourself. And he also understands where you're coming from.
I mean, there's a lot of insecurity when you're not sure how your body moves, when you're not sure how you compete in a sport, when you're not really sure what your wheelchair means. You just have to make sure they understand it's a safe space where they can have fun, they can have recreation, or they can compete.
Like now I practice 4 or 5 times a week and I want to do more and more and more. And it's just amazing. It changed my life.
Dr. Cottingham teaches an adaptive athletics course every semester, mentoring students to show them the variety of opportunities there are in adaptive athletics.
We had plenty of students around who were willing to help with whatever you needed, whether it be transferring in and out of your chair, whether it be taping your racket. They seem to understand our physical conditions.
When I work with a beginner player, it's best to, when you approach them, to let them know that it's going to be a slow process at the beginning. Little by little, they start getting confidence in themselves, and not only themselves, in you as a coach.
I know what people are capable of doing. So when you say I can't, I'm like, no, that's not true. I know you can, trust me.
These kids are graduating from college and going out and starting to work with other programs, and they understand what it's like to work with somebody with a disability.
International, I started playing in 2019, and in 1 year I get to rank 42 in singles in the world and 40 in doubles.
I think what makes this program unique is that he has really created a community, and they know that they can depend on each other.
And that's what Adaptive Athletics has done. It's opened doors that you didn't think were possible.
The UH Adaptive Athletics program really focuses on a wide facet of features that really help us as players and also as human beings.
I'm getting a lot of love. I feel more love out here than I've felt in a long time.
And here to present the award is the godfather of wheelchair tennis, International Tennis Hall of Famer, Brad Parks.
Thank you, Mary, and hi, everybody. When I first started playing wheelchair tennis, I never expected wheelchair tennis to be a part of the USTA. I am very thankful for the wonderful job the USTA is doing at developing our sport. When I dreamed of our future, I hoped to have an incredible programs like Michael's, where players can come to learn to play and love the game of tennis and have just a profound impact on their lives like it has for me. Thank you, Michael, for all that you are doing for wheelchair tennis. You are very deserving of this prestigious award. You, Michael, are a real champion of our sport.
Brad, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much that means coming from you, from really the architect of the sport, the individual that designed the sport. The sport gave me so much, and it's just been a real honor to be able to create something that is meaningful to other people and sort of pass that along. So it's been a real team effort, but I genuinely appreciate it coming from you. Thank you.
So, Michael, again, thank you for all that you're doing. What does this award mean to you?
Thank you, Brad. I mean, you clearly impacted my life. This sits on my wall. It's a signed Brad Parks picture. It's one of the first things I put in this position here at the University of Houston.
Michael, thank you.
We were able to make this program happen because the USTA supported us with grassroots grants and a lot of service and folks like Brad who paved the way. So thank you, Brad. Thank you, USTA.
Michael, great seeing you.
You know, it means we did some stuff well, and we're really proud of that. And it's great to have that.
Next up is USTA Foundation's National Junior Tennis and Learning Founders Service Award. It honors an individual who advocates for undersourced youth, just like its founders, Arthur Ashe, Sheridan Snyder, and Charlie Passerelle. Based on the ideas that education was the key to unlock a better future, and tennis was the way to do it, a legacy of hope was born in 1969. That legacy is thriving today, impacting the lives of hundreds of thousands of kids across the country. Dennis Brown of USTA Pacific Northwest is this year's deserving recipient. When was the last time you found yourself in a peace circle? Or did your best downward dog pose on an indoor court? At its core, NJTL uses tennis to make kids better citizens and to achieve brighter futures. Let's take a look.
This program has grown because of Dennis Brown. From an after-school program to a full-fledged year-round program, basically due in part because of Dennis's hard work, passion for the sport and for these kids.
Schools love our program. They're grateful that these children have a place to go after school, that there is assistance with homework, that they are getting extra nutrition.
The after-school program that Dennis created is very thorough and engaging and enriching for our scholar athletes. We have about 75 youth who come, which means that they're getting nearly 12 hours of out-of-school educational programming.
This is our education-first program, and then a tennis program.
They do fitness, they learn some life skills, they have homework help, one-on-one tutoring when they need it.
And then afterwards, we'll bring in a peace circle. Everyone gathers into a little circle, kind of like family time almost, and then we always have a theme of some sort to talk about.
And the peace circle really kind of formed out of Dennis's love for people and the way that we should treat each other.
Get children in touch with possibility of peace in the community, peace in their school, and to learn what those tools are to really practice peace.
The parents have to have skin in the game, from things simple as volunteering here themselves and seeing the program in action and interacting with those kids to doing nights where they're cooking for the kids.
And you had to go to your child's conference at school. That was basically the tuition requirement.
She loves tennis, she loves kids, and it's all about how can we join those two together, plus the academics, and make for a better life that these kids can expect in the future.
And now those kids have gone on to high school or graduated from high school, onto college, and now they are actually coaching and participating and fully employed by the program itself. So it's very cyclical.
I'm here to give back to the kids, and I want to make sure that all the kids here have the same opportunities that I did. They're like little siblings to me, which is really nice to be able to be there for them.
One of the reasons I decided to retire is because I had good people in place. I left with that sense of confidence that it would carry on.
No one is ever going to measure to what Coach Tanis had done in this place. My goal here from day one has been, how do I keep that legacy alive?
We have a 100% graduation rate. I mean, that's incredible. These kids, probably when they were younger, weren't even sure if they would finish high school.
How much I have benefited from the time that I spent in this program. That's a great joy for me that I had so many years of doing that.
Here to present the award is 18-time Grand Slam singles champion and current chair of the USTA Foundation, Chrissy Everett. Take it away.
Thank you, Mary. And boy, what an honor it is for me to be here to present this award. There's so many things after watching that video that I love about the program, you know, the peace and the yoga and the students coming back and mentoring. We are celebrating champions today, and Danis is a true champion, or should I say Coach Danis. Danis, you've done exceptional and inspirational work with the kids in Portland, Oregon. So congratulations to you. The original founders, as you know, Arthur, Charlie, and Sheridan, once said, education first, tennis second. What have these three original founders, how have they inspired you in your work?
Well, I think that Arthur Ashe is just a hero, and I think I've read everything that he ever wrote. And I had an opportunity to meet Charlie. And so probably my mentor in all of this was Ernie Hartzog, who was the founder of Portland Tennis and Education. And he exemplified the character and the ideas and the truism that both Arthur and Charlie had.
What does this award mean to you?
All the people who supported me all those years, Ernie Hartzog, you know, the board of directors, Nathan Roach, who was in the video, was with me for, I think, 9 years. I mean, they came and they never left. And it's that kind of support. I think I share it with all of them.
Well, I wish there was one of you, Danis, in every city in the country. And thank you again for your contribution, your hard work, and your inspiration.
Thank you.
The USTA is proud to recognize a family who participates in the game either in play and or volunteerism, and they do it together. The Minihan family of USTA Missouri Valley have opened their collective heart and allowed the joy of tennis to lead the way. From influencing major facility construction to organizing tournaments to leading philanthropic endeavors, plus everything in between, David, Lisa, Aspen, and Chloe have played the game, delivered the sport, and changed lives. Let's take a look.
David and Lisa and Chloe and Aspen just love tennis, and they love to be involved.
We've been in tennis for a long time, from kids all the way up till we're running facilities, and of course, we volunteered on many levels on the USTA front.
In Missouri Valley and in Oklahoma, they've been instrumental in helping develop the game, not only at the junior level, but at the adult level as well.
Serving USTA has been an absolute joy. I've been on the Missouri Valley Junior Comp Committee. I've been on the board for USTA Oklahoma.
So as long as I've known David, that's always been his movement. It's just grassroots tennis, getting everybody involved, and I think it really shows in the growth in the city and the community how much it's just blown up around here.
David wants to run the facility. He wants to make sure the programming is there. Lisa loves to run the tournaments. She is a very organized tournament director.
It is a lot easier for me to deal with tennis parents than be a tennis parent and watch your kids out there on the court playing. That's a tough job for any parent.
Oklahoma District could see her leadership, and she was president there, and then she came on our executive committee and the board at the section level.
And nationally, I've served on the local play and competition committee, the junior competition committee, and now the president's committee, and I'm vice chair.
David and Lisa do a great job of promoting the tennis at all levels, from all the way to the 10 and under pathway, all the way up to the elite level.
David has taken over management of Kicking Bird Tennis Center here in Edmond, and that's a temporary thing while they're building a new Edmond tennis facility.
Well, the city of Edmond and the Edmond Public Schools coming together, they partnered up to build a new tennis complex for the Edmond community.
A 30,000 square foot clubhouse, a $16 million facility. That effort's being led by David and his ability to kind of construct this vision.
It is just a phenomenal facility, and one that we're excited about expanding the programs that we already have.
The Minahans, their biggest testament to their success is their daughters and just how incredible those girls are.
I played doubles last year for my team. We got 4th at state.
I just follow my sister's footsteps. So when she wanted to play tennis, I was like, oh, I want to play tennis too.
They started a foundation called Play It Forward.
And it basically is helping the special needs community. So they'll have clinics for Down syndrome kids.
The players that we've been able to touch through this foundation is just awesome.
They're all so sweet, and it's so fun just playing with them. It's just like a light of joy just being there.
They're a great tennis family, and they've really helped build that culture, build that community.
So Family of the Year, yeah, they want to help people.
Here to present the Ralph W. Westcott USTA Family of the Year Award, none other than Patrick McEnroe. Hey, Patrick, glad you could be here.
Well, this is my honor to be here, and that's just an awesome video. And David and Lisa, Aspen and Chloe, you guys are off the charts. I have a little bit of experience in trying to follow in a sibling's footsteps, okay, for just a few years. So let me ask you, is the younger one is Aspen, right? Or Chloe? Tell me how that is, because, you know, I had to deal with a little bit of that myself growing up in a tennis family with a big brother that was pretty good at tennis.
Well, I think that my sister made good decisions because I enjoy playing tennis a lot. So, yeah.
I actually have 3 daughters myself, one of whom is very into tennis. So I take her to a lot of tournaments, and I'm very happy to hear that you love to run tournaments, because I know that that is not easy. Tell me about that.
It is not always the easiest thing, but it is so rewarding. As a junior tennis player myself, I looked up to the tournament directors, and part of what made me love going to tournaments were the people behind the desk. So I just try every day to make that experience great for the kids. And if I can make it great for the parents, that's great as well. But, you know, we're all there for the kids in those junior events.
I'm really moved and touched by what you've done to help the community, to help some of those kids that, you know, have their own issues. So what has that been like for you as the dad to sort of lead that charge and have your family not only play together, but go out and work with the community? Because to me, that's awesome.
You know, Patrick, you know, the game's given us so much. You know, we want to give back, and creating that foundation, you know, that specializes in adaptive tennis and those that might not have the means to afford tennis. It's truly an honor to go out there and work with these champions. And it is so cool when our entire family come together and volunteer and put on these clinics.
Now, I mean, this is amazing. I've been to your section many times. You're in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. I've been there. I've been to Tulsa, is a great tennis town. And of course, Jack Sock, a great player from Missouri Valley, and a lot of great tennis clubs and facilities there. I want to congratulate, because winning the Family of the Year from that section is big time. Okay, that's a big time deal. So congratulations to all of you. Keep up the good work. Keep spreading the love of tennis. Okay.
Thank you.
Will do. Thank you so much.
Our final presentation is the Community Tennis Association of the Year Award. It honors organizations that are very much the driving force behind the delivery of tennis to a community. Through collaboration, partnerships, and outreach, CTAs stitch the fabric between players, programs, coaches, and facilities to make a community, a tennis community. The people for Palmer Park Tennis Academy literally put the grass in grassroots tennis. I'm serious. At one point, their cement courts actually needed to be mowed. Palmer Park faced some really tough odds, but with Lee King at the ready, they fought the good fight and won. Power to the people. Let's take a look.
So the name of my program is the People for Palmer Park Tennis Academy, and we started in 2011. We had 30 kids, and I literally went in the neighborhood with flyers. And then through word of mouth, it started to grow. So now we're up to 200 kids.
We have all these courts in the city that are just in various states of disrepair.
When we started the tennis program, our courts were in a bad shape, very bad shape.
And in the city of Detroit, not only is it affordability, there's like a tennis desert, so to speak.
The recreational department for the city of Detroit took tennis out of its recreation, wanted to shut down 77 parks. And Palmer Park was one of them. So then it was an ongoing battle, basically.
The way she has fought, gone to meetings, talked to the council, talked to the mayor.
Almost forcing the city of Detroit to invest in the Palmer Park tennis court.
It was a really momentous day in Palmer Park this summer when we were able to do the grand opening of the courts.
So now we have 9 courts, 6 junior courts, and we have courts for the 10 and under kids.
So Palmer Park is a mecca for grassroots tennis. And people like me who've taken it upon themselves to put together programs that allow children of all economic classes to come together and get quality tennis.
And then we get grants from the USTA. We also have gotten sponsors who will help pay for our court time.
Coach Lee runs a phenomenal program every winter and spring here at the Dearborn Racquet Club. It's an extension of her summer program. Really what it allows her to do is actually have a full year-round program, which many CTAs struggle to have.
She's got kids who just come off the couch and she starts them out on red ball, up to kids who are playing tournaments and playing junior team tennis.
And our 14 and under team was undefeated this past season, and our 10 and under team just had 1 loss.
I mean, you go from a 35-kid program to now having your own teams, and they're undefeated. That's the dream if you're running a program like this.
A grassroots program, a true, authentic grassroots program is so difficult to pull off. And now she's past the threshold. Her program is growing. She's getting the accolades that she certainly deserves.
Coach Lee, that's who you want. I mean, when you think of a face of a program, it's her.
Program has been successful because we are a grassroots program, and we saw that there was a need. It's just taken off, and what we're trying to do is just build tennis in the city of Detroit.
And here to present this very special award is visionary, pioneer, and legend Billie Jean King. Hi, Billie, and thanks so much for being a part of the USTA's celebration.
Thanks a lot, Mary. I really appreciate the opportunity, and it's wonderful to be with everyone to celebrate excellence in tennis. A community tennis association is essential to the health of our sport. As a product of the public park program in Long Beach, California, I know firsthand how important community tennis is for the future of our sport. The people for Palmer Park Tennis Academy have done an outstanding job delivering tennis to their community in Detroit. Hi, Lee. We're so proud of you to be part of the USTA family. And you bring such passion and you bring purpose and your leadership and how you took initiative to make this happen. I want to thank you so very much, because without you, Detroit would not have had this opportunity for young people.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you for being the presenter, because you are definitely an idol of mine. You got me started playing tennis. I also want to thank the USTA for what they've done to support our organization and to support the tennis program. They've been the greatest partner that we could possibly have had, and I'm so glad to be a part of the USTA. We're also in JTL. I want to thank the city of Detroit. I want to thank the people for Palmer Park. I want to thank my parents and my children that I've grown to love, which I did not have a clue that I was going to love these kids that much, and I really do. And my coaching staff, and it's just been a real blessing to be a part of this journey, and I want to stay on it as long as I possibly can.
What does this award mean to Detroit?
It means a lot that we are still doing positive things, and we're still making roads for our kids to enjoy life, and that is one of the biggest things, is that we have an avenue for our kids to do something that is fun, that is safe.
I'm a perfect product of what your program's like, and you never know what's going to happen. Arthur Ashe and I always talked about the sport being hospitable. So
Yes.
you have made it hospitable, you've made it fun, you've created a culture.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being the presenter. You have no idea what this means to me.
Well, thank you, and keep going for it.
Okay, I will. I certainly
Okay.
will. Okay, we're best buds now.
All right, bless you. Bless you, everyone. Yeah, God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations once again to all these community champions. Really enjoyed celebrating with you. And once again, here's Patrick Galbraith for some final words.
Thank you, Mary. Great job. Congratulations to everyone. I hope all of you, like myself, were inspired by each of these impactful stories. Thank you for joining us. I wish you all well. Stay safe.